Oseo.
Oseo.
What a great song to follow, you know. A Black Elk speaks, you know. The buffalo are coming back. The grasses and the buffalo have to go together. You know, on occasion when we have the dried bone buffalo skull, we, in all the cavities, stuff it with sweet grass and sage. This is a way of honoring it because there is that which one must have but cannot get it. And without that, one may become an enemy of life. So in this way, in honoring the buffalo that way, then the buffalo is revived. Kinio Wichija is brought back to life that way. So that's the way that we're thinking of it. The book that Eric was reading from is this Braiding Sweetgrass. And I was particularly prompted by an article here in Indian Country Today with a picture of the sweetgrass braid. You can see it there.
Turn it.
This way, okay, reflected.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay, and this is titled A Sweet Memory of Sky Woman's Hand. And one of the quotes here from this book here, our stories say that of all the plants, the sweetgrass was the very first to grow on earth. Its fragrance, a sweet memory of Sky Woman's hand. Accordingly, it is honored as one of the 4 sacred plants of our people. Breathe in its scent, and you start to remember things you didn't know that you had forgotten. Our elders say that ceremonies are the way we remember to remember. That is from this book. And here for this poem by Sally Benedict, Mohawk. I have this old photo of a basket maker from Arizona, Juanita Martinez. And here I have the braided sweetgrass around her that you can hear it in the poem. And the name of this is Sweetgrass is All Around Her. A woman was sitting on a rock. I could see her clearly, even though she was far away. She was Teo Hanotsen, my mother's aunt. She was a basket maker. When I was young, my mother told me that her name meant sweetgrass all around her. I thought that was a good name for a basket maker. Even though she's in her 80s now, she is short like me and a bit stout. She knew the land well, and the plants, and the medicines, and the seasons. She knows how to talk to the Creator too, to the thunderers, to the rainmakers. She always had a big bundle of sweetgrass at her side. It was long and green and shiny. Her big straw hat shaded her round face. It was very hot. She pulled her full-length dress down to her ankles over her rubber boots. She brought her lunch in a paper bag, a canning jar of cold tea, fried bread, sliced meat, and some butter wrapped in tin foil. She placed them carefully on a rock. She reached into the bag and pulled out a can of soft drink. I thought it strange. She didn't drink soft drinks. Then she reached for her pocket knife. Basket makers always have a good knife. It was in the pocket of her canvas apron that was always safety pinned to her dress. She made 2 sandwiches, looked around, saw me looking at her. Her eyes sparkled and she smiled. She lifted up the soft drink and signaled for me to come. After we ate, she stood up on the rock and looked out. She smelled the air. I knew that she could smell the sweetgrass. I never could. She pointed to very swampy land. Mosquitoes, I thought. I was dressed poorly. We didn't talk much, but we could hear and listen to each other. She never forced me to speak Mohawk. Mohawk with an English accent made her laugh. She didn't want to hear English, though. We would spend all day picking sweetgrass. Sometimes we would look for medicine. One time my mother asked her what she thought heaven would be like. She said that there was sweet grass everywhere and people made the most beautiful baskets.